They're currently stacked in my window on top of my heater on a stack of tarot cards and tilted in the landscape view on my phone with very little storage. So, hello everyone. My name is Ashley and this is Unabashedly Poor, and here's where I share my raw, unpolished, handwritten work. I'm a writer. I have been a writer ever since I learned the alphabet, ever since I learned to scribble, and now is the time more than ever to share my story and to share my art. A lot of my writing has been inspired based on exhaustion, and I think that has strengthened my validation in who I am and my creative path, my writing. I'm tired enough that I can't really formulate words or sentences verbally, but I can write. There's something about it that energizes me and just puts me back into place, back into this alignment. So yes, I am a writer. I've been a writer ever since I learned the alphabet, ever since I learned to scribble, and now is the time more than ever to share my story and to share my art. For that forehead kiss to that little girl, that little AJ. It's still kicking around there. It's still here. And it feels amazing. It really does, even though I'm like completely feeling entrapped and tangled in a lot of things, including my motherhood journey. It's been incredibly challenging. As much as I love my kids, I mean, they are 3, almost, my son will be 4 in May, and 7, my daughter's 7, just turned 7 in January. So they're at this age where they're adorable, but holy cow. Physically tired, mentally tired, maybe slightly emotionally tired to some degree, but not spiritually tired. That's another thing. I feel like I've always been so connected to the cosmos and to the higher power and to God that I just I feel like it would be impossible for me to be disconnected in that regard, but I feel like that's something that a lot of people can claim is, it's a part of the holistic spectrum is being spiritually drained, but I don't feel that. So that also could be connected to the reason why I'm fluidly writing. I remember as a kid, my uncle coming over, my aunt and uncle, my grandmother's sister and her husband, they would come over for dinner, and after a couple drinks, my uncle would, I grew up in the sticks, so in the 90s, so it was very, it wasn't a very rare told story, but anyways, I remember him taking me outside. I was a teen. I must have been like 16 or 17, and he took me outside, my grandparents. And growing up in the country, the stars at night, it was just even like now as an adult, like going and visiting and just like having and living in the city now, and just like taking the opportunity to look up at the stars and just like, wow, like I can't believe that I grew up this way to see the stars, like so just every star in the sky practically. Even like in a similar regard of even going to like Algonquin Park, like just amazing. But anyways, I remember him taking me out to my grandparents and just like pointing up at the stars and telling me all these stories about the constellations and Greek goddesses, which also kind of like launched my sparked my curiosity with being an adult. I find myself to be like a little bit of a Greek mythology nerd, and also like a little bit witchy woo woo sometimes, and I like to kind of anyways, where am I going with this? But with like just the way that it ebbs and flows and the way that like I feel connected to that part of me is inspired in my writing. And like coming into spring equinox now too, I feel like this is a real I feel the energy ramping up to a lot more creativity leading into the summer too. And yeah, blah 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 blah. Anyways, I'm not here to ramble. I'm here to share, to read my latest. I'm like, if I should read two or if I should read one. Because I did two. I wrote these two last night. I'll read this one first. Is this the revised one though? Because I've written it twice. Just want to make sure that have been, yeah, okay, this is the edited one. Okay. What does injustice sound like 10 feet underwater? Does it even make a sound? Is the frequency so low that it falls to the bottom with a heavy weight? What would injustice look like deep down underwater? Would a tiny grain of sand take a stand and pull in a formation? Would a bubble of oxygen travel so high above to the surface, so high that it hovers above influence? What does injustice feel like soaked underwater? Does the world's ocean cry out so loud for what has been done that she erupts to a final boil? Okay, number 2. I'm not the type who will sit around and watch TV. It's not me. I refuse to be. So if you're looking for one, you had better run. If you're looking for a one I used to be, to sit around and just watch TV, to forego all my fantasies, it's not me. If you're looking for one to sacrifice fame, forget their name, change into something more comfortable, suitable, fruitable, sweet enough, plump enough, sun-ripened enough to juice. It's not me. Play on pause, crawl through tunnels of white and gray, suppress my heartbeat to turn up the volume louder. While all I wanted was a little kiss from you, to share my fantasies and dreams with you, dream with you in techno-colored streaks with you. If that somehow frightens you, please do hit rewind to before the time you swiped like. Thank you.